They walked among us before the rains came. We who tilled the soil and tended the flocks watched them break the line of the horizon at dusk, shadows taller than the cedars of Lebanon, silhouettes that swallowed whole villages in their stride. Our fathers told us they were the sons of the sky, the children of those bright ones who descended upon Mount Hermon and forsook their dwelling. We called them the Nephilim, the fallen ones, the mighty men of renown. I was a young man when I first beheld one. He stood in the valley below our settlement, drinking from the river as a man drinks from a cup. His shoulders blocked the moon. When he turned, his eyes caught the firelight of our watchtowers, and something inside me understood that we were no longer the masters of this earth. He did not see us as kin. He saw us as the cattle see the grain in the field. They consumed everything. First the harvests, then the herds, then the flesh of men. Mothers buried their children in clay jars beneath the floor stones of their homes, but the giants could smell breath through stone. They tore the roofs from our dwellings as a child plucks petals from a flower. The cries of the dying filled every dawn, and our priests grew silent, for they had no prayer that could reach a sky now closed against us. Then came the day the heavens opened. I stood on the high hill gathering wood when the first drops struck the dust. The Nephilim looked up. For the first time in all my years, I saw fear in those mountain-tall faces. The waters fell as if the firmament itself had been torn open by a great hand. The rivers swelled. The seas climbed. The earth groaned beneath the weight of judgment, and the giants who had laughed at our spears and crushed our cities under their heels now fled toward the higher places, bellowing in a tongue older than the world. I saw one drown. He was the size of a small mountain. The waters swallowed him slowly, beginning at his ankles, climbing to his knees, rising past his chest. His arms reached toward the closed sky, and from his throat came a sound I will never forget. A roar that shook the bones in my body even from the cliff where I clung. It was not the cry of an animal. It was not the cry of a man. It was the cry of something that knew it was being unmade. For 40 days and 40 nights the rain did not cease, and the deep itself rose up to meet the heavens. Every mountain was buried. Every valley became a grave. The flood took them all. Their bodies sank into the silt of the deep, and the waters covered the world, and the earth was washed clean of their flesh. But the prophet Enoch, he who walked with God and was no more, had already written what the priests would not speak aloud. The Nephilim were born of two natures. Their flesh came from the earth, but their breath came from the heavens. When their bodies died, that breath did not die with them. It could not return above, for it had been forbidden. It could not descend into the earth as the souls of men, for it was not of men. So it remained between. The spirits of the giants now roam the dry places. They drift between the worlds. They hunger as they hungered in life, but they have no mouths. They thirst, but they have no tongues. They crave flesh, but they have no hands. So they seek the only flesh they can enter, ours. They whisper to the lonely. They press themselves against the sleeping. They drive men mad in the wilderness. They are the unclean spirits the elders warn the children about when the lamp burns low and the night grows long. You have felt them. You have known their cold passing in an empty room. You have heard your name spoken when no one stood beside you. You have woken in the dark with the weight of something unseen pressed upon your chest, and you have whispered prayers you did not know you remembered.
The flood ended their bodies. The flood did not end them. They are still here. They wait in the desolate places. They wait at the edges of our cities. They wait in the silence between the words of those who do not believe in them. And the more we forget what Enoch wrote, the louder their whispers grow. So when you feel the cold breath in the corner of your room, do not turn away. Do not call it imagination. Call it by its name. Pray. And remember, what the waters could not destroy, only the truth can drive into the abyss where it belongs.